Welcome back to MLG Championship Sunday from the 2008 Las Vegas National Championships. We just saw the losers bracket finals. Instinct 3-1 over Carbon. And right now we have Sundance DiGiovanni down on the floor with the Carbon roster, our third place finishers.
All right, well, thank you, Bucket. I was actually just talking to Shockwave about going back to a Team Slayer amplified game. How if something goes just a little bit differently, they're sitting pretty. But guys, third place. I got to tell you, a lot of people wrote you off. A lot of people said that you were going to come in here and not put up a fight. But you knocked out Triggers down. Okay, you took out our number 2, our number 3, and you just took Instinct to the wire. How are you feeling, Shockwave, after a rough season to do so well in Vegas?
I feel great. I mean, the season's been pretty bad, pretty much all the way through, and then finally we came to Vegas ready to play. But at the same time, I'm disappointed. I mean, we didn't come to Vegas to get third place.
No, that's understandable, but you know what? I think all of you guys at different points. Naded, we saw you do things. Carlos, honestly, you showed us a lot. You stepped it up at this event. You know, we always know you have the potential. You've been on top teams in the past. How does it feel to come out and have, without a doubt, your best performance at the Vegas Championship?
It's pretty cool, I guess, but we didn't win, so it's kind of disappointing at the same time.
You know what? I kind of like what I'm hearing. You guys did well, but you're not happy with the finish. I know you wanted to win. I know you believed you could win no matter what anybody else said, but you guys should take a minute and enjoy it. And I mean, honestly, come on. You knocked off some of the best teams in the circuit. Final boss, you got rid of those guys. Triggers down, you got rid of those. I mean, you have to take at least a minute and enjoy that. And you know what I want to know is, what can we expect for next season? What are we going to see out of Carbon? Is this a sign of things to come?
Yeah. We plan on going to next year thinking we can win tournaments, and we're going to play well.
All right, well, congratulations again. It was a great performance. We're all very happy to see you guys bring your best game. We love it when that goes down. Big round of applause for Carbon, Puckett, DMAC, Nexy. This was great. Back up to you guys.
Thanks, Sundance. You know, I gotta put my hands together for Carbon as well. Chris Puckett in the booth, joined right now by the pregame crew. You know, it's Nexy, it's DMAC, boys. How you feeling? And what do you think about that Carbon team we just watched this weekend?
You know, you really can't say enough about Carbon. I told you guys all season long that Carbon could make that move into the top 3. They're just a dangerous team. You don't know if they catch on fire. You never know which Carbon is going to show up. And obviously, we saw the good Carbon today.
Well, I think it's pretty clear which Carbon showed up. I mean, all of them showed up. Anarchy, for the first time ever, we saw just put on a spectacular performance. Shockwave doing his thing, looking like he's been playing since 2004. Oh, wait, he has. And he's back. And it's amazing. We got Naded just destroying. And Ghost doing his thing. I'm so impressed by these guys. They made this tournament a memorable tournament.
Well, Instinct was able to shut down Carbon to take that spot in the championship match. Were you surprised at all, Nexy? You were saying earlier that you thought Carbon may be the team to win the whole thing.
Well, you know, went down to Game 5. And, you know, Shockwave said it himself. That AMP-TS game, excuse me, Game 4, thank you for correcting me, that AMP-TS game could have gone either way. You know, just things didn't go the way for the Carbon squad, and, you know.
All right, well, speaking of things that didn't go the right way, I got to show you something here, Nexy. It's your brackets. Before the event, we had MLGpro.com/VegasPicks. We're going to check out Nexy's brackets. This is the winner's bracket from Nexy. He, of course, was calling the huge upset Ambush over Final Boss. We all know that didn't go their way. And, of course, he also said Triggers Down was going up over Carbon. That didn't happen either. You were right on the straight Rippin over Instinct. But now looking at the losers bracket here, you had Classic versus Ambush. Ambush, they went out in the first round. Final Boss versus Instinct. That did happen, but it wasn't until loser bracket round 3. So Nexy, he had a little bit of a rough bracket, but it was hard to predict with all the upsets going on early on. And DMAC, no, I know your bracket, it wasn't that good either, but it was a little bit better than Nexy's. Let's check it out.
My bracket was money.
All right, here is DMAC's bracket, checking out the winner's bracket here. He had straight Rippin and Instinct, straight Rippin advancing to the winner's bracket finals, but he had Final Boss going in the winner's bracket finals as well. Final Boss, of course, falling to Carbon. They didn't make it that far. And then, of course, the loser's bracket. DMAC had Triggers Down versus Instinct in losers bracket round 3. He was predicting a losers bracket finals between Final Boss and Instinct. You did have Instinct in the losers bracket finals, and I believe you said that Instinct would be in the championship match.
Exactly, and I called the championship match. I feel sorry for Dre. You're going to have to change your gamer tag. I won the bet.
That's okay.
There has to be a loser to every
I
winner.
took a risk. I always took a risk. I predicted Ambush as a sleeper team, but it was Carbon this time. What are you going to do?
Well, you know, Vegas has been extremely exciting, guys, and I really want to know what was the biggest stories for you guys so far this weekend. What stood out to you, Nexy?
You know, to me, it's definitely Triggers Down coming in and doing just about nothing. They lost to Carbon. They lost later on. I'm not hating on the guys by any means, but we just did not see the Triggers Down that we saw in Dallas, and that was disappointing to me.
That was definitely disappointing, but I was pretty disappointed with Final Boss. Final Boss, a team that I thought was going to make a push into the top 2. They haven't been into the championship match since Meadowlands, but I thought coming into Vegas, they would feel this is the championships. They know what Vegas is about, and they obviously didn't show that with the disappointing 4th place finish.
Well, of course, the biggest stories in my mind, straight Rippin, proving that everyone on the forums who is voting for him were right. That's right, Straight Rippin advances to the championship match, and Instinct, they pulled off the big games when that mattered. They knocked out Final Boss, they advanced over Carbon, and now they have a chance in the championship bracket. Now, guys, let me get your predictions. What are we going to be seeing here in the championship match? It's going to a best of 11, and Straight Rippin has a 3-2 lead over Instinct.
You know, I got to go with my tournament winners. I predict them every time. I've predicted them for about 5 events now. Straight Rippin winning this tournament over Instinct. They're just too dominant. I mean, we saw them play earlier. They're on fire.
How many games, Nexy?
Oh, wow. Oh, you're throwing me on the spot here.
That's what I do.
All right, so,
Come on.
Oh, this is too difficult. Let me look at the game types. No?
Doesn't
Nothing?
matter. You got 5 seconds.
All right.
4,
6-2. So I don't know what the series is at.
All right, you're saying Straight Rippin is going to take the next 3
Three
games,
games.
6-2. Now, D-Mac,
There we
what
go.
do you
Thank you. I
got?
got it
Who's
out here
going to
now.
win it, and what is going to be the number of
Well,
games?
as we know, it's 3-2 already, but I think Instinct is going to come out to play. You got to remember, this is the Vegas Championships. We're probably going to see a 6-5.
What was that?
6-5, Straight Rippin.
6-5. D-Mac hoping it goes to the 11th game. So do I. That would be the greatest way to end an already spectacular
The only
event.
way to end it.
Guys, we're going to be seeing the championship match coming up next. Straight Rippin facing off against Instinct and Walshy, the 3-time national champion.